We've previously looked at the rights that accused individuals have within the United States, and they're pretty extensive. It's one of the hallmarks of our criminal justice system. In 1966, a pretty important case. Again, this is not one of your mandatory cases. You could argue that maybe it should be, but it nevertheless establishes something that's significant that you still need to know. And that's in 1966, the Supreme Court basically ruled that all of those rights that are protected by the Bill of Rights in like the Fourth Amendment, Fifth Amendment, Sixth Amendment, right? The things that we talked about, we law enforcement, the government, can assume that you know what those rights are, right? So starting as a result of this case in 1966, the Supreme Court basically ruled that law enforcement, when they're detaining individuals, need to remind them or inform them of what their rights are. And again, we've all seen movies, TV shows, Law and Order episodes in which we've seen law enforcement detain, arrest someone, and again, you have to Mirandize them. So again, law enforcement needs to tell people that they have the right to remain silent, and that if you continue to talk after they tell you have the right to remain silent, those things can be used against you in court. To remind people that they do have the right to an attorney, and if they can't afford one, the government will provide one for them. And just have to like reassure, like, do you understand that you have these rights? Again, if law enforcement does not follow this procedure and an individual were to give a confession and they were not properly reminded of the rights that they had, again, a good defense attorney would have that confession thrown out in court. Because law enforcement didn't follow the Miranda warning requirements. So again, this is definitely a case and some related things that relate to all those criminal rights amendments we talked about previously.